Leah here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about 4 different ways that you can travel from the comfort of your own home, so you can paint destination landscapes and work on your urban sketches. In the winter months, I always get this itch to travel, but I'm not a huge traveler, which is why I like to travel via the internet. Before I start off with our first way to travel from the comfort of your home, I want you all to know that the affirmation that I am working with during today's Healing with Art time was, I release my negative thoughts and focus on the positive. As I was doing this and searching for places to travel, I released any negativity that I hold within me that centers around the fact that I can't travel, and focused on the positive aspect of it, that through the ways in which I travel from home and I work on my art allows me to learn more about the world around us and these wonderful places that one day I hope to actually see. The first way to travel from the comfort of your own home is to type in the country you wish to visit in a search bar. So if you go to a website like Unsplash, which I've mentioned so many times on this channel, it's a great place for finding royalty-free images to use for your art and your work. So people who have traveled will share photos. People who are from Scotland will post images of their hometowns, their cities, their beautiful landscapes on these websites for others to use. So you could go to a place like that and search Scotland, England, like Hawaii, I don't know. Type in the place that you want to go to and you'll find a bunch of images there. Another place that you can type in the search bar is somewhere like Pinterest. Pinterest is a great place to find inspiration. I wouldn't recommend painting the photos you find on Pinterest just due to copyright and everything like that. But you can use Pinterest as an inspiration for your paintings of different places. You can type in south of France and see what kind of images pop up and the color palettes that are associated with all of these images that you're seeing. And perhaps you'll paint an abstract, wild painting, or you'll use those colors to inspire you to do something else during your art when you're sketching, or when you're just working on a painting of a flower, for example. You can use those type of search bars to find inspiration and information about the places you wish to travel to. Number 2 is TV and movies. This is one of my favorite ways to travel during the winter time, is picking on a TV show or a movie that's set in a certain location and be entertained and watch and see the beauty before me. So some suggestions I have is a TV show called Death in Paradise. You can find it on Prime and BritBox and things like that. It's a British TV show that actually takes place in a tropical location. The island that they're on is a made-up island, but I believe they're actually filming in Guadeloupe, and it's beautiful. It definitely hits that mark for tropical, beautiful paradise island life. It's beautiful. I love the show. Love it so much. Now, if you're thinking more of the lines of traveling to, say, Scotland, I would suggest watching the TV show Men in Kilts, a road trip with Sam and Graham. It's actually really funny. It has 2 of the actors that are from the show Outlander on it, and they're traveling around their home, Scotland, and learning about their own culture and sharing it with everybody. It's a great 30-minute TV show episode thing that you can watch and learn more about Scotland and their culture and things like that. And then you have other shows like, say, Emily in Paris or the TV show Lost. They're entertaining. They have a beautiful backdrop to them, and you can use that as inspiration. And then you have movies like Eat, Pray, Love and Mamma Mia. Now, Mamma Mia is maybe not for everyone because, it's a musical, and also ABBA. So it might not be for everyone, but think of movies like that are set in beautiful locations and places that you want to visit. There's trying to think of the name of the movie, and it's something Tuscany. Nope, it's not coming to me. But it's set in Italy, and it's supposed to be this beautiful video, where you watch it, you fall in love with not just the characters, but, Italy itself. And what you can do when you're doing this kind of travel, where you're not actually sitting and looking at a still image that's already been captured, is if you're watching it on your iPad or on your phone, when you see a landscape that you are absolutely in love with, or a scene that sparks some sort of inspiration, take a screenshot of it. And then use that during your healing with art time, when you want to sit down and paint, draw, and create via your traveling inspiration. Option number 3 is travel books and travel guides. They still exist today, guys. You can go to your local library or a local bookstore and go to the travel section, and you'll find tons of books that are full of beautiful images and information about all these different places in the world that you could go to. I know this one's a little bit more of a leave your home type thing, but you have these availabilities to you. And if you are the type that knows that you want to keep this book as a permanent reference guide for when you do creating, you can order these books online through Amazon, through, again, local bookstores. So you have options there. There are physical books that you can use as references. Last but not least, number 4 is Google Maps. All right, so that is what I did for today's painting. I knew I wanted to go to Scotland, and I was like, all right, where should I go in Scotland? So I went onto Google, went to Travel Scotland, I looked at some of the places that you can go to, and then I went to Google Street View, and I just found a random address, put it in there, and then started roaming the streets of Scotland until I found a roadside beautiful landscape to paint. I love Google Street View. It is so handy in so many ways because of the fact that you can see so much detail right there on your iPad. When typing in a random address, you can't exactly just type in 123 Main Street. You need an actual physical, real place to put into it. So I recommend going to places like Airbnb or travel websites where you can book hotels that'll give you addresses to these places, so you can then search around those areas. Or if you're going to be searching a place like, say, Scotland, and you go to their Travel Scotland website, you can get some addresses there of different destination locations and have an idea of where you want to be in Scotland when you search via Google Street View. I have a 5th recommendation when it comes to travel, painting, and urban sketching, but it's more like a bonus idea versus an actual idea. And that's because not all of us travel, not all of us are able to travel, so this doesn't apply to everyone. But if you have been to places like Florida, to Disney, to places that you've been when you're younger and you're with your family, maybe look up old family photos to places that you have been, or maybe even places that your family members or friends have been to, and ask if it's okay to use those as reference images during your healing with art time. Alrighty, so we are about to reach the end of the video in a few moments, and I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of today's discussion and learning more about different ways that you can travel during your healing with art time. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you have any suggestions that I haven't mentioned today when it comes to different ways that you can see the world from the comfort of your own home, let everyone know in the comment section below. Let us make this a reference page for people who are looking for different ways to paint landscapes and explore and travel during their creative healing art time. The art supplies that I'm using today are going to be listed in the description section below. Keep in mind that these are affiliate links and I am using Jackson's. And what's great about Jackson's is the fact that if you do click the link that I have, I do get a small commission based on any items that may be purchased, but it's at no extra cost to you, which is what's so great about Jackson's affiliate program. If you'd like to learn more about using art as a tool towards healing, hit that subscribe button because that's what I'm all about here. I like to share different ways that you can use art for healing. I share time-lapse videos to provide you with some calm and soothing moments in your day. And I like to go over art supplies and options that you can use as well. Alrighty, now before the video actually comes to an end, let's take a couple of seconds to take some deep breaths in. And let's release any negativity we may be holding in. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much. And until next time, stay magical.